my name is Dr. Brandon Leo, and I want to welcome you to video number 2 of the Immune Strong Families video mini course. In this video, we are going to focus on 5 critical mistakes that people make with their vitamin D strategy. So in the last video, we made the case and established some evidence for the fact that vitamin D really is the immune system vitamin. And the benefits of having an optimal vitamin D level are incredible. One of the problems, or one of the mistakes a lot of people make, is they don't even realize that there is an optimal vitamin D level, let alone know what their vitamin D level is. So let's jump right into it. Mistake number 1 that a lot of people make is they assume that just because they spent some time outside in the sun over the weekend, that they got all the vitamin D they need. Okay, this is a really dangerous assumption. Now, absolutely, the sun, healthy sun exposure is the best way to get vitamin D. This is actually how we were designed and created to get vitamin D, is through healthy sun exposure. Okay, the problem is surveys and studies show us that 9 out of 10 Americans, both children and adults, have below optimal or suboptimal vitamin D levels. And so if it was as simple as just spending some time at your lunch break outside in the sun and then your vitamin D level would be fine, if it was really that simple, we wouldn't have 90% of the population suboptimal. Okay, so while healthy sun exposure is the preferred way to get your vitamin D, just thinking that if you spend a couple minutes outside in the sun, you're going to be fine is really dangerous. So that's a crucial mistake. Okay, mistake number 2 is never getting tested. Vitamin D testing answers almost every question you could have about your vitamin D. Are you wondering, is your vitamin D supplement high quality? Are you taking enough vitamin D? Are you spending plenty of time in the sun? And maybe is that providing enough vitamin D? Are you getting vitamin D from the foods you eat, right? There's a million questions that people start to ask when they realize the value of getting their vitamin D level in the optimal range. And a simple vitamin D test can answer all of those questions. Okay, so that's a great tip. It's a pro tip, and it's a crucial mistake that people make. Is you need to get a vitamin D test to know where you're at, to know if your vitamin D strategy is actually working or not. Okay, mistake number 3, taking vitamin D on an empty stomach. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, and so we recommend taking vitamin D with food, and especially taking vitamin D with healthy fats. So healthy fats are things like eggs and coconut and avocado, free-range chicken, free-range eggs, grass-fed beef. Most animal products are a good combination of protein and healthy fat. Butter. So take your vitamin D with food and especially healthy fats. All right, mistake number 4 is a lot of people will just kind of like hope that their vitamin D level is okay, or they'll just assume that, you know, because there's some vitamin D in their multivitamin they take, that they're fine. Hoping that your vitamin D level is okay is a really good way to get sick. Okay, do not make the mistake of just leaving your health up to chance, or kind of just assuming that it's okay, or just hoping that it's okay. That's a great way to end up really sick and frustrated. Okay, the last mistake I want to make, mistake number 5, is just because you had a vitamin D test years ago and your doctor said that you were fine, doesn't mean that you don't have anything to worry about. This is a crucial mistake that I see a lot of people make, is they'll say things to me like, well, I remember a couple years ago I had a vitamin D test. My doctor said I was good. Well, first of all, vitamin D levels change. Okay, they change based on the seasons, changed on, you know, whether you have maybe you got a new job and so you're indoors or outdoors more or less than you were before. There's about a million factors that could influence your vitamin D level. And to think that maybe just one time you had a vitamin D test and it was okay, and so that means you don't have anything to worry about, is foolish, okay? The other thing is many doctors are still stuck on assuming that a vitamin D level that prevents rickets is good enough. Many doctors, I estimate about 50% of them, are not aware of the benefits of having a vitamin D level in the range of 40 to 60. So oftentimes someone will have a vitamin D test and they'll have just enough vitamin D to prevent rickets, which is weak bones, but they're not anywhere close to the optimal range. So the average North American, US and Canadian has a vitamin D level of 26. And the optimal range is 40 to 60. Okay, so if you go and you get a vitamin D test and your level is, let's say, 25, your doctor might innocently tell you, hey, you have enough vitamin D to prevent rickets, you're fine, or you're good. Okay, but you're not, you're about, half of what you would need to be in that optimal range. So again, the value of testing and having a recent vitamin D test cannot be overstated. All right, I hope this video has been helpful. If you like this kind of content and you like this kind of information, our goal is to help you and your family gain the knowledge to use vitamin D optimization to build a strong, healthy family that does not get sick often and recovers quickly when they do. So I would recommend go to Instagram and follow us, Immune Strong Families at Instagram. You can click on the link in the bottom of this video, or follow us on Facebook, Dr. Brandon Lee on Facebook. All right, give us a follow on there and you'll be able to see valuable content that can help you and your family with this goal of being healthy and strong, not getting sick often, and recovering quickly when you do.